begin by congratulating you, sir, on assuming the presidency of the Security Council for the month of June. I wish you and your delegation all success. I also commend the permanent representative of the brotherly country of Mozambique for his leadership at the helm of the Council last month. I welcome the acting SRSG Ambassador Swan and the SRCC Ambassador Mohammed Al-Amin for their valuable briefings. Mr. President, on also mandate, we welcome the appointment of acting SRSG Ambassador Swan and look forward to working with him on the transition from a special political mission to the UN country team. The joint technical team has commenced its engagement in the planning for the transition's modalities and timeline. Mr. President, inclusive politics is at the heart of all meaningful change as Somalia strives toward the attainment of good governance, community cohesion, and sustainable development underpinned by the common ownership and joint responsibility. We are working toward inclusive dialogue and broad-based consensus in building on issues of national priorities, including the preparation for the upcoming one-person, one-vote election and the constitutional review process. The Somali federal government is committed to effectively delivering free, fair, and credible elections, which provide representation to all people of Somalia. We are cognizant that our goals will not be met without the cooperation and the engagement of federal member states. They are a vital component of the governance in Somalia, and it is essential that all Somalis work in partnership in realizing national objectives. On the security development, defeating al-Shabaab remains the Somalia's key security priority. We have been engaged in a successful offensive operations against al-Shabaab, owing to the courage and the sacrifices of the Somali National Army and the troop-contributing countries. Al-Shabaab has been reduced to carrying out opportunistic attacks on soft targets and broadcasting doctored propaganda videos and images. In the last 2 years, many plots to kill innocent people were foiled and many al-Shabaab operatives have been neutralized. Despite the courage and sacrifice of our gallant Somali security forces in the ongoing offensive operations, we continue the development of our security forces to protect our citizens and take over the full security responsibility from the African Union mission. We are grateful to all friends who are actively assisting us toward the accomplishment of this fundamental goal that only Somalis can defend Somalia and its citizens. Yet, adequate, sustainable, and predictable funding to address the shortfalls of Somali national forces remains a challenge to fast-tempo offensive operations against al-Shabaab. The government of Somalia is extending local governance to the liberated areas to address the priority needs swiftly and sustainably of the population and build their confidence in lasting peace and good governance. In that context, we have resumed last Saturday 12th grade national exam all over Somalia for 37,000 students. This is a major progress toward the consolidation of peace and development, in particular for the city of Las Anod in the northern region, which suffered last year from 8 months of brutal terror, indiscriminate killing, and bombardment, causing destructions of schools and disruptions of all academic activities. On the security transition, we have completed phase 1 and phase 2, while phase 3 is underway to be finalized by September, despite the unnecessary disruption caused by Ethiopian forces. They have unilaterally altered handovers and withdrawal from FOPs situated in the front line of the al-Shabaab fight without prior coordination with the federal government of Somalia. On the other hand, in the last weeks, non-ATMIS Ethiopian troops illegally crossed our borders from different locations, engaging in confrontation with the Somali security forces. In light of this circumstance, Somali government has to postpone the transition to September and engage with AU on a timely, orderly drawdown of phase 3. Somali governments caution that the Council about the implementation of these destabilizing actions in Somalia and the wider region. Somalia reaffirms its commitment to the respecting